Howdy folks, welcome back to my World of Tanks replays with the mighty Jingles. Today we're in the Dicker Max, the German Tier 6 premium tank destroyer. Dicker Max basically just means Fat Max, and it's quite an apt name for this stumpy little TD. Distinguishing features, as a few. First of all, it's a Tier 6 tank destroyer with a 105mm tank gun. This is not a derp gun, it's not a howitzer, it's a proper, honest-to-goodness, armour-piercing, shell-firing tank gun. And unlike the 105mm gun on the SE-35 French Tier 5 tank destroyer, it's actually a good gun. It hits what it shoots at. It has accuracy. It's a great gun. Now, it is kind of limited in that you only have a 26 shot ammo capacity, but you know, it's enough. I rarely run out of ammo on this the way I do on the Stug. I'm not quite as trigger happy on this thing, and that's because it does have a longer reload, and you do want to make those shots count. Now, I've had a lot of games on the Dicker Max. I think I played about 25-ish in total since I bought it in the last patch, and I've never had a bad game in the Dicker Max. I mean, even the bad games were good, if you know what I mean. I did quite well, even in the bad games. I usually get 3 kills per game in this thing. You know, aside for the games where I just get blown away at the start because I wasn't being cautious enough. And but it's kind of a weird thing that I've never had a good game in the Dicker Max. And that's got nothing to do with the tank itself. It's just the games that I've had in it. And it's taken me since patch 7.5 came out and I bought the thing until today before I had a game that I thought was good enough to actually stick up on YouTube, because I really do want to show you a great game in this thing instead of just an okay game, because it is a great machine. I don't know if I'd say it's the best Tier 6 tank destroyer. You'd have to present a compelling case against the Hellcat for me to agree that this is not the best Tier 6 tank destroyer, or rather the degree that it is. Yeah. But it's pretty damn good. And one of the reasons is, well, one, that gun depression. That gun depression is just amazing. And that's why this is such a good replay. What's this? And that's not even a very big slope. I mean, I'm... Oh, okay. Something is shooting at that SU. And I can't see... Ah, there we go. T-150. Oh, that was nasty. Okay, that was a VK361H, and I cannot see a VK361H, so I am not going to poke my nose out of cover to kill the T150 that we can see, because there's a VK361H out there, and suddenly I am all on my own holding this entire flank, and we're losing 5-7. So, let my camo net kick in, there we go, and let them think they've killed everything that's here. Oh, okay, it's an M6 coming. Oh, hello, T-34. Gotcha. 2 kills. There we go. A Stug, and here's that gun depression again. This is what saves me. Oh, bugger, missed. And look at that. Looks like that one went right through. So it's this awesome gun depression with the massive damage output that makes this such a good machine. Uh-oh, okay, this guy can't see me. So I need to discourage him. Get some ground between me and him. Do whatever it takes to break cover. trying to hit his viewports at the top. It's an accurate 105mm gun, but it ain't that accurate. You do need a small amount of luck. Now looks like he's decided I'm too hard a target to hit, and he's going for the M6 instead. Well, that's a mistake he is going to regret. And it looks like the M6 has the 90mm gun as well, and then artillery comes to the rescue, and this was an exceptional artillery player. Oh, hello. And finally we get some support, and that 3601H is wondering where all his friends have gone. Okay, now their artillery is... I mean, we shouldn't rule them out, we need to keep moving. But suddenly, the game has definitely swung in our favour. And pretty much all because of the defence we mounted on this side of the map. Aha. I see you.
We finished him off.
Now, I feel a bit more comfortable at crossing all these open fields if I knew where that Panzer IV was. But I don't, and we have to cross these open fields, so let's get it over with as quickly as possible. That is one of the drawbacks of the Dicker Max. It's pretty manoeuvrable, and it can be quite fast. Yeah, we don't have a shot at that guy. And our SU-100 gets him anyway. Good. Okay, now that arty's blind. It's just a question of who's going to get the first shot. Yeah, I mean, it can do around 40 kilometers per hour, but again, it's one of those machines that can only really achieve its top speed while going downhill. I think it only has a 275 horsepower engine. Something like that. It's a very, very weak engine, and as you can see, going uphill, you don't even get into double figures. But the gun... I'm switching to HE here because I want to make sure I one-shot this this artillery. But this gun is just so good. I'd have to say that, in my opinion, it is the best Tier 6 tank destroyer gun. It doesn't have quite as much raw derp as the SU-100's gun, but unlike the SU-100's gun, it tends to hit and penetrate what you're firing at. And it has a better rate of fire. It's certainly better than the short 88mm that the poor old Jagdpanzer IV gets. And I'd say it's probably better than the 90mm the Slugger and the Hellcat get. And it has the best gun depression and gun elevation of any. I mean, not just the Tier 6 tank destroyers. The gun depression on this thing is positively un-German. It is so good. If that barrel was half the length that it was, it would be able to get the gun down far enough to shoot itself. It's that good. So, yeah, there we go, the Dicker Max. Great machine. And I think it's only 3,200 gold. And a worthy investment. And one other thing that I have noticed playing this thing, and it's one of the reasons why I play it so often, did not notice this on the test server, so didn't think that it was actually the case, but it is. This thing makes a lot of money. 61,000 credits in a Tier 6 match. Now, it certainly doesn't make the same amount of money that a Tier 8 premium does, like the Type 59 or the Löwe, you know, and so on and so forth. But that's a hell of a lot more money than you can expect to make in a normal Tier 6 game. That's a stunning amount of money, and my average games in the Dicker Max usually make between 40 and 50,000 credits. So it is definitely getting a bonus credit coefficient. Not as good as a Tier 8 Premium's credit coefficient, but this still rakes in the cash. Any Battle Hero awards? Nah, nothing there. So 3 kills, 3 damaged, 1 detected. Very, very good view range as well. 400 metres. Spotted that Jagdpanzer IV right in the middle of the open field. 12 shots fired, 10 hit the target. You don't often see that on an SU-100 or even an M18. Took 2 hits and survived. It doesn't have a massive amount of health, but you can certainly mitigate against that by just poking the top of your hull over a rise, as I did there, and just making myself too small a target to hit because of that fantastic gun depression. So that was the Dickermax, the German Tier 6 premium tank destroyer. Highly recommend it. It's such a good machine. And if you like tank destroyers at all, this thing needs to be in your garage. It's an incredibly good machine. And I've played a lot of games on it. 3 kills, 4 kills is average for this machine. You know, when you don't get wiped out straight away because you played like a dumbass, which I also do. And it rakes in the cash. So I hope you enjoyed the replay. It was a great little game in the Dickermax there. And I will catch you next time.